Purcell making his way into center ring now for bout number 8 of this evening East Coast title fight from the Don Miller Gym. John Purcell.
Troy Sanduck, 97.4 FM personality. Stephen Milne, Ace award-winning writer and 97.4 sporting personality. Welcome along, gentlemen. Thanks for getting here. Sponsoring bout 8. Another one of our feature attractions.
Sign.
This is a championship match for the IKBF East Coast Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, would you welcome on my left, occupying the blue corner with former Kiwi champ, a legend he worked with, Master Dana, the trainer Goodson. Now striking out on his own at Clayton, Don Miller, the mentor. Scaling 71.80 kilograms, gold trunks with a touch of red. Would you welcome John Purcell. And in the red corner, proudly wearing the colours, the Scorpion on the front, in keeping with his name, Sheeta, twins, white, gold and black. Would you welcome the Scorpion, scaling 71.45 kilograms, part of ultimate, Stephen Gatt. Here he is, Bryce Bedwhistle.
Well, all is in readiness for this title fight, Hammer. Steve Gatt.
Yep, Bryce Bedwhistle to give referees
the ring girls. I know they're
instructions.
skinny, but you don't have to offer them sandwiches, Hammer, to try and tempt the ring girl for yourself. You're a shameful man.
Okay, gentlemen, you're both aware of the rules. You have no questions.
So that's how you get them all.
Listen to my commands at all times. Protect yourselves at all times. You understand that?
Quality
Good luck to you.
women.
Oh dear, here we go. Steve Gatt, and he's up against a man called Johnny Purcell. This is for the East Coast title. It should be a cracker. And Gatt's flying the Maltese flag very proudly in his corner. And he's adopted the nickname of the
Audio
Scorpion,
FX.
Steve Gatt.
Here we go,
The Scorpion
Bryce,
Gatt
in just a
with
moment.
the Maltese flag in the corner, which you duly
Round
told me.
1.
Thank you very much. This one brought to you by Audio FX. And it is the first title fight of the night. Steve Gatt, the taller of the two, the height and reach advantage going the way of the Scorpion. Steve Gatt.
These boys obviously have had a number of fights, therefore no shin guards for them. Just shin on shin action, Michael. Try saying that when
That
you're drunk.
was shin on shin, right?
Shin on shin.
Okay.
You guys shouldn't have had that last beer, Sandy.
Left hook inside fly kick combination there from Purcell. We've seen John Purcell fight in the past. A very good campaigner, solid. Tags with an overhand right. Body shots, head shots inside fly kick there. Rapid handiwork from Steve Gatt. Leg check from Gatt. sweeping. Leg kick missed the target there from Purcell. Goes for the inside right thigh. Nice jab leg kick combination. One of the Johnny Sheeter favourites there from Steve Gatt. Purcell sucking in the air. Nice tight guard about him, the young boy. Round kick to the rib cage from Purcell.
Purcell, nice leg defence. Really winding up on those round kicks off the lead leg. Purcell, rear leg as well, firing up. He's really a tyre stylist. Winds up, not a great number of shots, but when he does throw them, they are fully loaded up.
Outside thigh kick there from Purcell. Outside thigh kick from Gatt. Dom with Thriller Miller in the corner of Purcell, showing him all sorts of instructions. High right round kick there from Gatt, using his reach to his advantage. Returning the favour, Purcell. This one shaped up to be one of the best fights of the night so far, Hammer.
Gatt just having a look at Purcell in the early stages of this round, trying to find an opening. Purcell really is working the round techniques very strongly. Hooks and rear round kicks are probably his strong point.
Well, another great fight brought to you by Johnny Sheeter and Paul McCauley of Ultimate Promotions. This one sponsored by Audio FX.
As I said earlier, Michael, we go to many promotions, but few are matched as well as the Ultimate Promotions
That's about round
fights.
one.
They are indeed in
Top
Hammer.
class.
I tell you what, speaking of top class
Logan, Robert and
matchups,
Michael
how can you
sitting on
separate these two
table
guys after the first round?
14.
After the first
Good
round,
one,
I'd have to
folks.
say I'd give that one
All your
even.
friends there.
Maybe
Enjoy the
Purcell
kickboxing.
landing
Why shouldn't
some of
they?
those round techniques.
Joe from
Maybe scored a little evenly,
Audio
a little
FX.
higher, but nothing in it in the
Audio
first
FX
round.
Joe, Smoker
and
Joe.
we'll progress for this one, an East
Asif
Coast
Damiri,
title
good evening
fight.
to you, Asif. What a great man he is. Stephen Meltzer's local St Albans legend, mover and a shaker. Heavy shake. East Coast Championship up for grabs. 4 rounds it is for the East Coast Middleweight Championship. Like ABF, sanctioned by Michael Vukovic. Seconds out, round 2.
We're about to roll into the second round of action. Third man in centering, referee Bryce Birtwistle will get us underway. The East Coast title on the line, brought to you by Audio FX, along with our other great sponsors here tonight, including D-Tarp Services, GLE Real Estate, Super Deal Furniture, H2O Water, and the rest of Ultimate's fine sponsors, Jury Taxation Services. And we urge you to get behind all of these sponsors who are supporting Australian kickboxing. Steve Gatt just forcing Purcell back against the ropes with a barrage of punches. They don't look to be hurting Purcell, although the left hand got him on the side of the head. And Purcell trying to turn him around against the ropes. Good start this one from Steve Gatt, just not connecting cleanly though.
Well, Purcell continually goes in for the grapple. You can see he sets for the grapple.
High left round kick, the shin just wrapping around the back of the neck of Purcell.
Gatt really needs to use his reach advantage a little more. In close, he's certainly going to work and scoring with the punches. A lot of them, however, being taken on the forearms of Purcell from Gatt.
High right round kick again, one of the best weapons so far for Steve Gatt. His hands aren't doing enough damage. Gets tagged with the left hand to the side of the jaw. Nice overhand right from Purcell. Now Purcell! Well, he caught him below the belt, and a couple of late blows. Well, we'll be interested to see what the referee does here, Hammer.
Well, Gatt got caught low with the groin kick. And
Johnny Sheeter irate in the corner.
Purcell jumping on Gatt. Gatt just put his defences down, and Purcell jumped on him.
Well, Steve Gatt copped one south of the border, and he's in a lot of pain. And then John Purcell tagged him with a couple of shots afterwards.
Yeah, even so, you really got to keep your hands up and just go for cover, and hope that the referee's going to step in and break that before your opponent has a chance to jump on you. It's a little unfortunate there, but Gatt will be given a couple of minutes rest due to the mishap.
Dr. Peter Lewis in centre in there with referee Bryce Birtwistle. Purcell
Deemed
relaxing
an
in
accidental
his blue
foul
corner.
by referee Bryce Birtwistle. We have a time elapse, indefinite.
And Steve Gatt not a happy camper over the red corner, Hammer.
Steve getting a little bit of bother.
The old John Small's got a bit of a rattle around.
But John Small's got smeared all around the groin cup.
It's a little bit more of a graphic description than we needed, but thank you all the same. And the look of a man in pain. Steve Gatt
get
down
up
to
there.
who's got the bigger balls out of the two hammer. And at this moment, Steve Gatt's looking quite good.
Steve Gatt is
swallow like a couple of cantaloupes. Here we go, continuing in the round. Ball thrown hand from Gatt, and he's come out blazing.
well, Steve
outside
Gatt
fly kick. Gatt turning it on now, Hammer.
perhaps playing possum there in the corner on the break.
Steve Gatt unloading. Purcell taking more knocks to the front door. His mouth guard's been dislodged. The referee said it now. Pricey jumping in there, Hammer.
WWF by Purcell there, spinning Purcell around. Gatt playing possum after the break.
Gatt was all over him like a rash. Purcell had no answers. Here comes Steve Gatt again, digging into John Purcell. Purcell tags him with the left hand. Gatt gets under the second one, short left to the under the jaw there from Purcell.
Well, these guys certainly have the hunger of two men that are fighting it out for a title, that's for sure.
Well, into that round of action, Hammer, what a cracker we've got. Third round of action for the East Coast title, brought to you by Audio FX. And Steve Gatt again coming out solidly in this round. Mixed fortunes for Gatt in the previous round of action, but he has started solidly now. Johnny Sheeto almost jumping out of the corner over there in the red one. He really wants this title for young Steve Gatt, Hammer.
They want Steve Gatt to realise his true potential that we know Gatt possesses. He is a classy fighter, Steve Gatt, and when he gets switched on, he can certainly look the part. Just a bit of a start slow. He's a bit of a slow starter, rather, Steve Gatt.
Purcell working those round kicks to the ribcage retreat at the moment in this round. Now Steve Gatt seems to have slowed down a little. High leg check there from Gatt, building his wall of defence. Purcell backs him against the rope, goes dumping to the ribcage, then to the jaw. Gatt's got to get out of there, takes another right hand to the jaw, and another one to the side of the temple there from Purcell. Better stuff this from John Purcell now, Hammer.
Purcell is starting to zero in a little bit more, but Gatt, I feel, is still at the start of this round through probably one of the best combinations of the fight.
Big slapping punches to the ribcage there from John Purcell. Gatt can't get out of the way of him, still got him backed against the ropes. Gatt's got to move around. Purcell ties him up, Bryce Purcell again separating both men.
And Gatt really needs to be just working at range, because when he does work at range, he has the goods.
Steve Purcell goes down, only a slip this one. Nothing in it, but the crowd liked it. And Gatt, hands on hips, now hands in front of him, sucking up the air. Outside fire kick, clashed by both men. Jumping left round kick by Purcell, then the overhand right.
Something overhand right there from Purcell, landing squarely on the left-hand side of Gatt's face.
High right round kick, caught on the forearms by Purcell. Leg check from Purcell was a good one. Gatt back against the ropes again. Purcell goes to the outside left side. There's the round. How do you see it?
Oh, an excellent round. I'd give that one again almost even. Gatt started well. Purcell came back to even it up. Nothing in it. First round probably the way of, well, first round probably even. Second round I'd give to Gatt. Third round I'm back to evens again. So how can I say it? An even matchup. Ultimate Promotions doing the job almost too well, making my job so much harder to pick a winner in between the rounds here.
East Coast Championship. Seconds out, fourth and final round.
Both men touch gloves, a fourth and final round for the Audio FX East Coast title. And remember, if you want to get behind Australian kickboxing, you can sponsor any of Ultimate's events soon to go on the road. There's some huge promotions coming up in Queensland. Simply call Paul DeMacoli. And at the moment, Audio FX bringing us a great fight for the East Coast title between Steve Gatt and John Purcell. Very hard to separate in the fourth and final round now. Rib kick there from Purcell. Overhand right, look from nowhere from Steve Gatt. Purcell just trying to turn him around to left. Gatt's got to up the intensity here in the fourth round. Inside thigh kick from Gatt. Body shots from Purcell. And a round kick to finish off the combination. Gatt waves forward again. Overhand right was a wild one from Purcell. Close range round kick and another off the lead leg from John Purcell. Good body shot slapping in the left hand there was Steve Gatt. Another one to the right rib cage from Gatt. Now backing Purcell against the ropes hammer.
Well, Purcell keeps persistently throwing that low round kick. You've got to remember, Michael, that the kicks have got to be scoring a little higher than punches. So on reflection, when you're having a look at this fight, try and count up how many kicks each fighter's throwing and connecting, because that should be the deciding one if it's going to be a close one, which I'm sure it will be.
The Audio FX East Coast title on the line. A high left round kick was a beauty there from Gatt. Three-punch combination from the Scorpion, Steve Gatt. Both corners yelling at their respective charges. Chen Paik in the corner of Steve Gatt along with Johnny Sheeter. Purcell ties him up, a round kick to the rib cage. Round kick to the rib cage from Gatt. Both men working the round kicks now towards the latter stage of the fourth and final round. Looping overhand right there from Gatt, just whistle past the brow. Purcell tags him inside thigh kick, and there it is, Heather. End of the fourth and final round. How do you see it? Because I ain't going to call this one.
Again, even Stevens in that last round. Maybe Purcell landing a couple more round kicks, but just only. Second round could be the deciding one on this one, as most of the other rounds, or all three of the other rounds, there was nothing in. So if that being the case, you could almost give this to Steve Gatt by one solitary point, depending on how that last round was scored. If the judges gave it to Purcell, which is highly unlikely, it will be a draw. If they gave it to Gatt, of course, Gatt's way. But absolutely nothing in this one. The East Coast strap belt on the line. Let's take it to the judges.
Dave Hedgecock gave it 39-38 to the blue corner. Judge Matthew Thine gave it 39-37 also blue corner. The third judge, Waddell, had it 39 apiece. Your winner and your East Coast champion, John Purcell. Congratulations, John, and bad luck there to Steve Gatt. Thank you, Anne. Thanks, Anne. It was a rough, tough bout, and to catch Steve low. With a low kick, low punch.
Got a few into him, yeah, but
a few into him.
He certainly got a few good ones into me, you know. I take my hat off to Steve, you know. He's a tough fighter. He came out in a fight, you know. And yeah, it was a great fight, you know. Now, I'd like to thank a few people. Don Miller, firstly, my trainer at the Super League Gym, and all the other boys from the Super League Gym, Panther, Con, Benny, Ryan, all of them basically. My family for coming in here and supporting me tonight, and my mates Theo and Paulus and Fiona for coming here to sort of cheer me on as well.
Well done, John Purcell, new East Coast champ. Bad luck, Steve. You caught you low, but you came back fighting. You lost by 1 point. Bad luck there.
Yeah, well, he's a tough boy. Both fought well. Yeah, actually he's fighting next week in Queensland. I wish him all the best. Hopefully he goes well. Yep. Also, I'd like to thank everyone for coming. My family, everyone's support, and Johnny, my trainer. Thank you.
Steve the Scorpion Gatt, he'll be back.